The court of Wonderland is full, and everyone is waiting. The king and queen sit on their thrones, looking very serious. In front of them stands the Knave of Hearts in chains. A big plate of delicious tarts is on the table, but nobody is allowed to eat them. Who stole the tarts? Was it really the knave? Alice watches everything with wide, curious eyes. This is not a normal trial, and things are about to get very strange. Chapter 11. Who Stole the Tarts? When Alice arrived, the King and Queen of Hearts were sitting on their thrones. A large crowd stood around them. There were many birds and animals, and also all the playing cards. The Knave of Hearts stood in front of them in chains, with a soldier on each side guarding him. Near the king stood the White Rabbit, holding a trumpet in one hand and a scroll in the other. In the middle of the court there was a table with a big plate of tarts. They looked so delicious that Alice felt hungry just looking at them. I wish they would finish the trial quickly, she thought, and then give us some food. But it didn't look like that would happen soon, so she began to look around to pass the time. Alice had never been in a court of law before, but she had read about them in books. She was pleased that she knew the names of many things. That must be the judge, she thought, because of the big wig. The judge was actually the king. He wore his crown on top of the wig, which looked very uncomfortable and not very nice. And that must be the jury box, Alice thought. Those 12 creatures must be the jurors. She was proud that she knew the word jurors, because she thought most girls her age would not know it. The 12 jurors were writing very quickly on little slates. "What are they doing?" Alice whispered to the Griffin. "The trial hasn't even started yet." "They're writing their names," the Griffin whispered back, "so they don't forget them before the trial ends." "Stupid things," Alice said loudly, but she stopped quickly when the White Rabbit shouted, "Silence in the court!" The king put on his glasses and looked around to see who had spoken. Alice saw that all the jurors were writing stupid things on their slates. One of them didn't know how to spell stupid and had to ask the one next to him. What a mess their slates will be by the end of the trial, Alice thought. One juror had a pencil that made a terrible squeaking noise. Alice couldn't stand it. She walked around the court and stood behind him. When she had the chance, she quickly took the pencil away. The poor juror, it was Bill the lizard, couldn't understand what happened to it. After looking everywhere, he had to write with his finger, which didn't leave any marks. "Herald, read the accusation," said the king. The White Rabbit blew the trumpet 3 times, opened the scroll, and read, "The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts, and took them quite away." "Think about your verdict," said the king to the jury. "Not yet," said the rabbit quickly. "There is much more to happen first." "Call the first witness," said the king. The White Rabbit blew the trumpet again and shouted, "First witness!" The first witness was the Hatter. He came in holding a teacup in one hand and bread and butter in the other. "I'm sorry, Your Majesty, for bringing these. I hadn't finished my tea when I was called." "You should have finished. When did you begin?" The Hatter looked at the March Hare and the Dormouse. "March 14th, he said. 15th, said the March Hare. 16th, said the Dormouse. "Write that down," the king told the jury. They wrote all 3 dates and even tried to add them up. "Take off your hat," said the king. "It isn't mine," said the Hatter. "Stolen," shouted the king. The jury quickly wrote that down. "I sell hats," the Hatter explained. "I don't have my own. I'm a hatter." The queen put on her glasses and stared at him. The Hatter turned pale and looked very nervous. "Give your evidence," said the king, "and don't be nervous or I'll have you executed." This did not help at all. The Hatter was so nervous that he accidentally bit his teacup instead of his bread. At that moment, Alice felt strange. She realized she was starting to grow bigger again. She thought about leaving, but decided to stay as long as there was space. "I wish you wouldn't push me," the Dormouse said next to her. "I can't breathe." I can't help it, Alice said kindly. I'm growing. You have no right to grow here, said the Dormouse. Don't be silly, said Alice more bravely. You are growing too. Yes, but I grow slowly, said the Dormouse angrily, and he moved to the other side of the court.